So hello there, my name is Rex the Dog. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I typically stream here most days. It's about 3 p.m. Central European Time, about 7 a.m. PST if I've got that correctly. And the days where I don't stream, I still like to upload videos on this channel. And one of the main things I do on these uploads is I do these little slice of life vlogs where I just sort of ramble. I don't come in here with a topic or a title, and they are known as my laundry vlogs because what I do here is it's time for me to hang up my laundry to dry on this beautiful sunny day in Madrid, Spain. And as I'm doing that, I ramble along to people about whatever happens to be on my mind at the moment. And honestly, today, I'm feeling like a little bit of... I'm quite a joyous individual in general. Like, I like life. I like all the aspects of life, you know. I like the arts. I like the human connection. I like nature. I like food. I like, you know. I'm generally kind of like a curious and you know, content little guy. But I will say I'm kind of feeling you know, especially connected to all this stuff. At least in this moment here as I'm speaking to you today. And I don't know, I'm feeling like the sense of just sort of like wonder about all the cool sort of opportunities and things I want to mess around with. I think a reason for that is, you know, dude, I've been reading a lot of short stories recently. I've been reading short stories. I've been reading a bunch of like 2000 AD. 2000 AD is like a British... I've read short stories as books, and I've also been reading 2000 AD. These are two separate points, okay? And then the third point here is actually Black Mirror. 2000 AD is this like British weekly anthology comic book series that it's where Judge Dredd comes from, but it has a bunch of other like standalone stuff in it as well. And it's really sort of like a honestly, it works as kind of like a developmental system or a breeding ground for a lot of these like really cool experimental artists and writers start off before they end up making a jump to, you know, be the authors and pencilers on more interesting, you know, more kind of like off-key, Vertigo-esque mainstream comic books that are, you know, published by, you know, like the big three or whatever, and big three, what am I talking about? The big two in stateside. And I've been reading, I don't know why, but I was just like, dude, I want to like, you know, because the past few months I've been big time reading comic books again. I was like, I don't know, man, I want to get some like 2000 AD. So I've been reading some 2000 AD recently, and I think just like, you know, reading short stories, reading anthology stuff in 2000 AD, watching Black Mirror, although that is like one voice, that's like all Charlie Brooker, you are getting like anthology stories, you know, listening to like a bunch of different music. I just feel like this like exposure to like so many different like things and viewpoints and you know, and outlooks, which is maybe like a bit more different than just like, you know, reading one long extended novel at the moment, or you're just focusing on one TV show at the moment or whatever. I don't know. It's kind of like making me like, it's inspiring. Okay, because I think something also about like short form storytelling, you know, we're talking about like like I'm not talking about reels here, okay? So when you start talking about like, you know, short films, or you start talking about one-shot comic books, or you start talking about like whatever, right? It like, or you know, an episode of an anthology TV show, whatever it may be. It just like, it feels achievable. Right? It feels achievable. I'm not saying I want to make a TV show here. Yeah. But it makes me think like, oh man, like, you can go out and make a thing. You can go out and do a thing. You can go out and whatever. And I don't know, it's inspiring. And just getting all those different voices and just being able to digest and interpret all these different things. I don't know, it's really exciting to me. It's really exciting to me. And I think that kind of links to pride, okay? Because I'm getting... I don't know, winter, I'm not gonna say I had a bad winter, because winter was great, but in terms of like you know, proud of my output and proud of what I was doing, I didn't have these like big kind of like sexy moments of like, whoa, I did that thing to kind of fall back on. But I wasn't like as proud of myself during the winter, but I think I'm kind of getting that pride back a little bit, just thinking like, oh man, I'm doing all this stuff. Like, even though like what I'm doing is all like real rough and ready and super DIY and super punk rock and super scrappy and super crappy. You know what I mean? Like, it's not great. I just feel kind of like proud of it. Like, I start look back like, oh man, like I made this thing work. Oh, what you got listening to in the background here is, you know, that's some demo music from my furry punk rock band, Hell or Defy. It's like, dude, I got like music. You know, I'm drawing stuff. I'm doing these like your character here's that like people like, you know, people are taking joy from these being like these goofy, scrappy little drawings. I don't know. I'm doing these like streams where we're doing like karaoke and we're singing together and we're like putting on a show and it's like freaking cabaret. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm just feeling kind of like proud of that kind of stuff and that sort of, you know, like creativity of all these different like little things I'm working on. I've got a couple of other really big ideas at the moment, but it's just like I'm spinning too many plates. But I kind of got these like ROM hack ideas in my head and like other stuff. I don't know, man. I'm just feeling excited. I'm just feeling like connected by all these different things. I'm getting excited by my workouts again before. Dude, I'm gonna start running a bit more. We're getting a little bit chubby here. It's all good. It's all good, but I know my cardio has like dipped a bit. So I'm getting excited about running again. I'm not beating myself up about that. Getting excited about cooking again. I want to do some more cooking live streams. We did one of those one time and it was fun. It just happens, I don't know, I just feel I'm not cooking at a time of the day that's like conducive to streaming, like for me, but I want to figure that out because that was fun. Look at this is cute, right? Can I get this on? Thumbnail moment, right? No, but dude, I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling excited. I'm getting that real sense of, you know, when people are like connecting to their own stuff that they're doing and just like having fun doing it for the joy of doing it, which is really, really cool. So I don't know, there's a little bit of euphoria, I guess, to start your day, end your day, middle of your day. I don't know what time of the day it is for you, but I know that I'm gonna go cook up some nice burritos. And I'm considering doing a batch cook and then freezing a bunch of burritos and having like a burrito drawer in my frickin' freezer and just like pull out one of these like, you know, sort of macro balanced burritos, which can help me in the physical goals and realm, right? My body's an investment. Yeah, I'm an investment. Yeah, I gotta take care of myself. Gotta take care of myself. And I do really feel at the moment, so like spiritually, culturally, creatively, it feels good. It feels good. There's a few people, there are a few connections I'm kind of longing for at the moment. I guess socially, maybe lacking a little bit, because there's been a few people who are like, just timelines haven't sort of, I'm saying this on the back of a furry con, what am I saying? There's a bunch of people there. There's just a few people who, there's been a little bit of, distance due to scheduling over the past few weeks. So I want to, but they'll be there. You know, they'll be there. But you know, sometimes your boy misses some people. No, but dude, it's all good at the moment. It's all good at the moment. And yeah, let's keep this gravy train rolling. Maybe I should make a short film. What if I did that? What if I wrote a little dramatic piece? What if I did that? I don't know. Guys, your time and your attention, I appreciate. If you want to hang out more with Rax the dog, as I said, we stream most days of the week. We usually stream about 5 or 6 times a week. And they typically happen at about 3 p.m. Central European time. I think that is 7 a.m. PST. We do digital art, we hang out in fursuit like this, we do karaoke once a week, we open up Pokemon TCG packs, we play various video games, a lot of hot video games I'm looking forward to coming up, and a couple of recent releases I haven't got to yet. Recent releases I want to get to Oblivion Remastered, I want to get to Clair Obscura, because I'm a Final Fantasy nutcase, so I want to get to Clair Obscura, I want to play Doom Dark Ages, There's all the cool Nintendo Switch 2 games coming out, because we're going to get a Nintendo Switch 2. We're like $30 away from a Nintendo Switch 2 pre-order. Fun fact, I am going to, actually at the time of you watching this, I'll have gone, go to the Nintendo Switch 2 Expo, which is going to be really cool, so I got to play that ahead of time. That's sick. I'm excited for Metal Gear Solid Delta. I am excited for the new Dark Pictures game, because I think they're fun and goofy. Pokemon Legends. Loads of stuff. Probably other stuff I am forgetting. 5 getting. 3 getting. 6 getting. But yeah, we play video games as well. So as I said, we do digital art. We hang out in fursuit. We do karaoke once a week. We play video games. And I would like to introduce cooking into that again, and I would like to introduce more and more musical elements as we go, and other things of creativity. Oh, it is a joy to be able to play around with either experiencing art or creating art with the kind of community of people around you. I really enjoy that. So if you want to hang out near our streams, they are the things. Oh, we also, whenever they do those like goofy live presentations of like Xbox Presents, we watch those and react to them. What the hell else? In the descriptions, links, places you can find me. I post a lot of stuff on Twitter. I have a Telegram channel if you want the group attached to it, if you want to be a part of that, and we have a Discord server. Lots of love from me. I hope you take care of yourself. I will catch you around. Peace and love, as Ringo Starr would say. Ringo Starkey.